Welcome in to Weber High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. And what was a fantastic region rivalry in years past is now a non-region season opener as the Weber Warriors prepare to host the Fremont Silverwolves. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart, thrilled to be joined by Jeff Hansen. Jeff, Fremont, Weber, we're like, oh yeah, sign us up, we need this.
Yeah, this feels like a really, really intense rivalry game for the start of the season. Normally you have a warm-up game or two. This is traditionally a region matchup, not this year. Two teams, two bitter rivals on week one. I could not be more excited, Dan.
And we will talk about some big-time headliners in this matchup as our opening kick has us underway here from Weber High School. Fremont kicking off to Weber. And this takes a bounce. That's a live football, and it's Fremont able to recover it. Oh my goodness, an early miscue by the Warriors will set up the Silverwolves inside the red zone.
I mean, it's the first play of the season, and look at this bounce already going. Fremont kicks it right into no man's land. They get a great bounce already, a quick turnover, quick momentum change. What a play.
I mean, with onside kicks becoming tougher and tougher to recover, there's a new one for you, huh?
Yeah, why not, right?
Love it.
Just kick it 60 yards downfield and then jump on that.
So it'll be first down here, Fremont at the 16-yard line, and a chance for us to look at Tua Tagovailoa, the senior quarterback, started last year for Fremont, as he will hand off here on first down. Good blocking around the edge, and the carry by Hadley. This is a young man Coach Tua Tagovailoa talked about before the game, expects big things from this year.
Hadley played a big role last year for an offense that was just starting to get going as the season went on. I expect a much bigger role for Hadley this year.
He'll line up here to the left. Tua Tagovailoa wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Fremont.
And there's that guy, Salesi Moa. Weber knows him well. Of course, Salesi started his high school career up here at Weber. Now the #1 rated recruit in the state of Utah. Salesi Moa gets on the board early. And holy cow, I haven't even caught my breath yet, Dane. And this has been all Fremont in the opening minute of the game.
I mean, a couple of broken plays right off of the opening kickoff. And then that time, the best player in the state. No defender around 15 yards.
Nobody within, yards of him.
As the kick up, this one is good. 7-0. What a start for the Silverwolves on the road against their rival, the Weber Warriors. Want to, we're kind of getting settled here. Usually we have a chance to kind of get into the game, right? But didn't really get that opportunity. Jeff, talk to these two coaches, and they both talk about how important ball control is. When you were thinking of this game coming in, what's the thing that you're maybe looking for tonight for these two sides?
Well, we heard from Coach Tua Tagovailoa that they wanted to start fast, and boy, they couldn't have started any faster. They wanted to start fast and seize that momentum early. This team is a very confident team. They may be the 5A team coming into 6A Weber, but Fremont feels good. They know they've got talent. A lot of that team from last year came back. A lot of those core foundational pieces, they wanted to start fast, and they have. And then you talk to Coach Cannon and the Weber side. They want to stay within themselves, execute well, and not let the moment get too big for them. That's going to be put to the test right here on this re-kickoff.
One of the things that Coach Tua Tagovailoa said was, I want to start fast. He goes, we've been playing against each other all year long. We want to come out and know that we've looked good in practice, but we want to know that we can look good against someone else. And I think good start for them. Now we'll get a chance to see this Weber offense. And Jeff, one of the things I'm so excited about with Weber is some of the youth they have, and that all starts with the sophomore quarterback, Carter Payne.
Yeah, Carter Payne. He was going to Orion Junior High School last year while he was still starting games for Weber. He played for 5 games, and he played well, threw for almost 1,000 yards in those 5 games. His best game came against maybe the best team he played in Roy. He threw for nearly 300 yards in that one. He's back, he's bigger, and he's set to have a big season for Weber this year.
Wearing number 2, he'll start in the pistol formation here for the Warriors on their first offensive play from the line of scrimmage, we should say. And we've got procedure here. We'll back up Weber as you see Payne going back to petition there to the white hat.
While the refs do their reffing, we saw something on that second kickoff from Fremont, Dane. They kicked that one to the end zone. That first kickoff, that was no fluke. That's something they saw on film, that there's some no man's land there. Go kick it there and go get it. They executed that perfectly.
It might have even been just a lineup thing,
Could have been, yeah.
you come out and you say, hey, there's a big gap down there. We can take advantage. And so that penalty will make it 1st and 15 here for the Warriors. See if they can get settled down here. Two receivers to the top of the screen. And this will be a 1st down run. Big hole through the middle. And Fremont able to lock that up. Boy, I thought there was a big lane there, but that got just collapsed down by this Fremont D.
And really, a gang tackle in the truest sense of the word. There were 6 or 7 blue shirts. This running game is critical for this Weber offense, especially with the young quarterback and Carter Payne. They've got to find a way to get some push up front. I'm anxious to see how that battle matures as the game goes along.
We do want to remind you the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late. We'll do our best to keep it synced up here with the clock in the stadium. Here's the first throw of the game. Little slant route, and the defense is there as Mathis Bell, the senior DB, able to get his hand on it and break it up.
Yeah, great coverage by Mathis Bell. He was all over the hip pocket of that wide receiver. Not a bad ball for Carter Payne at all. That was on time and on target. Just a great play by Bell.
Yeah, does a great job of reaching around. So many times you'll see that DB kind of get that inside arm on the hip to get the wraparound. Bell did not do that. Great job. Here's a 3rd and 14 for the Warriors. Payne throws into the flat, that incomplete, and that Fremont defense will get an early 3 and out.
Oh, Alan, you saw Weber. You know what they want to do. They try the little screen play on 3rd and long to Dyson Parker. Dyson Parker has to get going in this game. He is an enormous part of this Warrior offense. He was fantastic a year ago for Weber. On the ground, he ran for more than 1,500 yards, Dane, 1,586 yards. They've got to get him going if they're going to get back in this game.
Weber here to punt. As DeVries from his own goal line. This kick high in the air. No fair catch there. Boy, a bunch of Warriors able to swallow up Slade Parker. But Fremont will have good field position at their own 47-yard line to start this second drive of the game for the Silverwolves. And maybe the first opportunity for us to really see this Fremont offense, right?
Let's catch our breath a little bit.
Okay, we'll catch our breath.
You're in mid-season form already. I still got to build up that endurance.
You know, I've been walking, Jeff.
Is that what it is?
Not just walking, with an incline. So the heart, it's feeling good. Feeling good. We're ready to go here.
It is the first time to see this Fremont offense put together a drive. I mean, that first drive happened so quickly. I'm really curious, how does Weber's defense respond to that first opening haymaker thrown by Fremont?
That is Moa in motion. They'll give. Oh, how about the little pass that caught and just out of bounds? How about the creativity in this Fremont offense, as it was Moa able to look up the sideline to Slade Parker for the big gain.
Well, and let's take another look at this one, Dane.
No. Yeah, that was incomplete. It came down out of bounds.
Maybe didn't have possession.
In motion.
Look at the replay here. Celeste Moa.
Oh, how about the little
pass
that caught and just out of
bounds? Maybe didn't have possession. Big break for Weber.
How about a man of many talents? Jeff Hansen running our replay system tonight. Don't mess up. Nice blocking here on the run by Cade Hadley. And this is a young man Coach Tua Tagovailoa talked about. Said we expect big things, and Cade's with a couple early nice runs.
You know I'm going to have a really, really cautious trigger finger now that you've called it out, that I'm running the replay. That's not good for me.
Hey, I have confidence in you.
I don't.
3rd and 1. Quick throw. It's Moa. First down and more. Moa hitting the brakes. He's got it inside the red zone. Celeste down to the 14-yard line. Another big gain. And boy, just some breakdowns in the defensive secondary there.
Fremont's playing with a lot of tempo, and when you move Celeste Moa around the way that Fremont has, that's tough for a young defense to track him. He looks open here in the slot again.
There is youth on this Weber team, and now Weber going to take a timeout here. That alignment, they did not like how that defense was shaping up.
Yeah, you had a linebacker on Celeste Moa in the slot. Again, with that tempo, with that speed, that's going to be really tough for this young defense. Look, there's a lot of seniors that are playing for Weber this year, but there were a lot of seniors that were playing for Weber last year. So this is the first big time, big reps for a lot of these seniors, even if they are seniors. So a lot of new that they've got to figure out.
While we have a moment, we do want to thank our sponsors and want to welcome Tab Bank to KSL Sports Rewind. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Great rewards are just beginning. No minimum opening balance, no account fees. It's a big deal at Tab Bank, member FDIC.
There's no fees. That's cash back. That's interest earned. I don't know why you wouldn't.
By the way, there's something about Dane and Reed's at Fremont because there's we'll get to that in the next time out. We got a story for you, folks. All right, here we go. First down. Pistol formation here. Hadley in the backfield. Stacked on the edge. Tuatagaloa trying to take advantage of size around the left side. And into the end zone. No, was he out? Near side official had him out of play at the 3-yard line.
Really great. Looked like a designed quarterback draw there for Manasseh Tuatagaloa. He sells the pass well. He follows his blockers. Big 73 for Fremont. Really had that block. That's Cooper to Manavao. Really sealed the edge for Tuatagaloa.
How about this formation? They'll direct snap here to Hadley. Looking for a hole there on the left side, nowhere to go. Nice stoppage there by this Weber D.
Yeah, that's the best play that we've seen from this Weber defense, and it starts with big 74, Eli Swenson. He's a guy that I had highlighted coming into this game. I think he's going to play a critical role in this against this Fremont rushing attack. Swenson's got to come up big.
Same formation here. Hadley, looks like the same play. Trying left side, takes it down to the 2. Gain of 1, and that was third down here, Jeff. This is going to be 4th and goal here for the Silverwolves.
Given how this game has started for Fremont, I don't think this is going to take Coach Tuatagaloa any time to decide what
I'm
to do.
guessing we're going to see a similar look. Yes, we do. Hadley. Third time. Is it a charm? Cuts back. Yes, it is. Touchdown, Fremont.
Well, Cade Hadley's just too good at following his blockers for that play not to work 3 times in a row. We take a look at the replay. Hadley, once again, just waits for those blocks to develop and then walks his way into the end zone.
Is it a charm?
That was the first
back.
real drive that we got to see from this Fremont team. 56-yard touchdown drive, and they looked like they were in control on every play.
But another one where a big play really helps them on
Absolutely.
that drive, right? You have the 3rd and short, and Mo able to take it down inside the 20s, a point after this kick up and good. 14-0 the start here for the visitors from Fremont. They lead Weber. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's game of the week. Fremont here to kick off. This one in the end zone for the touchback.
You know, you got to give credit to Weber as well for the adjustment that they made. Look, they got bit on that opening kickoff. They've made adjustments. There's no more no man's land on that kickoff return coverage team, and Fremont's adjusted, kicking it into the end zone. It's a subtle thing, but that played a big role in the first quarter here.
Well, it's a great way to jump on teams early, right? You find an opportunity like that, you take advantage of it. It's just what he said they wanted to do, and they did it early. Now let's see if Weber has a response here. Second drive of the game. And, oh, nice run. How about that cutback? Beautiful looking run there by Dyson Parker.
Dyson Parker, got to get him going. Talked about him last drive. A good running game like you have from Dyson Parker is going to help a young quarterback in Carter Payne settle down.
They'll go right back, Parker. This is a young man, had a good year last year. He's expecting good things from him, and likely they're trying to get him going to help get this offense settled here early.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's a big part of this team. He's got a Weber State offer. He's a college-level player. Got to get him going.
They'll give again. He'll go right through a gap, able to take it up for about 3, maybe 4 yards.
I love the play design, the play setup here by Coach Davis, the offensive coordinator for Weber. Get Dyson Parker going. Let Carter Payne catch his breath. This game has been such a big, giant left hook to the chin. Let everybody settle down by relying on your senior running back who's returning from a 1,600-yard season.
Second down here, and you can really be pretty open here with what you want to do.
Aggressive.
2nd and 6. And they will let Payne air it out over the middle. Oh, that throw right in the midst. Couldn't bring it in. Had his man, just missed an opportunity.
Your pass intended for Reese Cantwell, big wide receiver, big tight end target. just off his hands. Really good ball from Payne on that one. Showed a lot of poise, hung in the pocket well, delivered a strike. Those are the kinds of plays. If you're going to come back from a 2-score deficit early, you got to come down with those kinds of plays.
Yeah. Well, that would have been a big one. Could have had some little run after that catch. Could have been inside the 40.
Confidence builder for your quarterback, too.
Yep. Instead, it's 3rd and 6. They'll go back to the ground. Nice little jump cut there. There's a flag coming in here on the run. And Parker was close to that first down. Would have been a couple yards short.
Dyson Parker's got some shifty to him.
Yes, he does.
That little cutback, that was fun to watch. We're going to have some refs reffing. Looks like it's going to be a face mask here on Fremont.
Well, that would certainly help the home side here. And that is indeed the call. Look at you, Jeff, huh? I mean, you're just, boom.
You know, it's too early to be too critical of officials, but I mean, how hard is this job really?
Well, I'm not going to lie. Every time you're like, oh, the ref's repping, I'm like, I mean, that's kind of, you know.
Well, I mean, come on.
There's an undertone to that.
They're doing well. They're reffing well.
Okay. They have been. It's early.
It's been great.
How about 5 wide here for Carter Payne on this first down? He'll throw underneath. Open, caught, first down and more. Nice reception there for Reese Cantwell, making up for that earlier drop. He's got a first down.
Well, it looks like Weber's going to go tempo. I love Carter Payne going right back to Cantwell, get that confidence going, had the drop on a big play. Carter Payne's not going to shy away from him. He's a good player, big tight end target. Delivers a strike, and Cantwell gets on the board.
We've got a timeout taken here, and I love a lot of things about that play. You're right. That's a confidence builder. Weber knocking on the edge or on the doorstep of the red zone. They'll have a first down when we come back on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. First down here for Weber at the 25-yard line. Oh, flag coming in there pre-snap. This will back Weber up. Second procedure penalty on the offense here in this opening quarter.
You know what I loved there, 65 moves early, 67. Bolton Sacre immediately picks his guy up, say, hey, we got it. You know what to do. This is a cool little moment of sportsmanship there from his teammate. No frustration.
I like that Weber, look, you're down 14-0. Been some miscues, but they don't look frazzled.
No,
right? I mean, it's
not
like,
at all.
hey, guys, we're okay.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
They look confident still.
Yeah. Little play action, has a man deep. Gonna look for the corner of the end zone. Broken up. Boy, what a recovery made in the end zone that time by Tristan Mann.
Wow, that coverage was fantastic. The recovery from Tristan Mann. See here on the replay, Carter Payne has his guy.
Play action, has a man deep.
Route,
gonna look for the corner of the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you, he had
Broken
19 right down the seam, wide open.
It's tough when you have two guys to throw to.
Look, you've got to make that read early, right? I have no problem. He had an opportunity on that on the edge there, but good play call. They'll run it here on second down. As again, you see the shiftiness there of Parker, able to gain back the penalty yards. It'll be 3rd and 10.
He runs hard. I mean, look, Dyson Parker at 5'10", 175. He's not going to be the biggest running back of the state of Utah, but he runs with good balance. He's got some shifty, but he's not shying away from contact at all either.
It'll be 3rd and 11 here for Weber. Inside 7 to go here in this opening quarter. Payne kind of threw between two guys there. I think he was expecting his receiver to turn out there, and incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like just a little bit of a timing issue there. Drayson Munoz settles into the zone right where Carter Payne delivered it, but as Carter kind of drifted away from the pocket, Munoz followed him out like a wide receiver should, and then Payne went back expecting him to still be settled in that zone.
You know, this is, I was having a conversation pregame. This is not preseason. We're not trying like 70-yard field goals here. This would be a 43-yarder. 4th and 11, Weber's going to go for it here. Did you catch that? The 70-yard NFL preseason kicks? Like that,
I did. That was
count.
well done.
Rolling near side, and that broken up. Boy, great hands.
There's that guy again, Cade Hadley. He has been all over the field on the offensive side. I'm not a great judge of vertical jump, but I think it was like 43 inches. I don't know. That's just an estimate. He got up there on that ball.
And we're lifted, so I mean it's probably even higher than that, right?
Yeah,
because your perspective is not good on the play.
50. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, probably. So look, Fremont makes a stand, and here comes that Fremont offense now to start at their own 26.
Well, how does this Weber defense respond? This is a disciplined team playing for Coach Plume. It's always a disciplined defense. How do they respond? How do they track number 8?
On first down, Tua Tagovailoa trying to escape. He'll tuck it. He's got some room. A nice run there by Tua Tagovailoa. Has the first down as he'll pick up 11.
You know, that was one of those plays for that defense where just about everything went well for them. They covered well. They did collapse the pocket. They just lost track of the quarterback. Credit to Tua Tagovailoa making a good play, pulling it down and running, picking up the first down.
First down here, they'll run. Hadley looking left side. Nice cut there. I think we had a flag come in. Yeah, near side. This one's going to be coming back.
God, the tempo, man. The tempo that this Fremont offense is playing with. We've seen this Fremont offense in the past. Coach Tua Tagovailoa, he likes to go. He likes to go fast. Yep. This feels faster than I'm used to seeing from a Fremont team.
It does feel faster than we're used to seeing from a Fremont team. For so long, very kind of deliberate offensively and more of a pro style. This kind of wide open. And I love some of the creativity they've come in with tonight, right? I was talking with him before the game about rivalries. He's like, look, every opponent to us is a rival. Like, we want to go beat them, right? It doesn't matter who it is. And they've had a real good measured intensity tonight, right?
Yeah,
not overly intense, but you can tell they're locked in. They're ready to go. After the penalty here, it'll be 1st and 20. Well, 1st and 18. Tua Tagovailoa, quick throw. That was deflected. And nice job there on the edge there by, I think it was Parker, to break it up.
Boy, when I saw Tua Tagovailoa making some hand signals there at the line of scrimmage, he had Celesi Moa in one-on-one coverage here on the near side of the field. I thought for sure that's where he was going.
You thought wrong, dude. Here's Fremont on the ground. You know that reference?
I don't know the reference.
Really?
I thought you were just being mean to me.
No. Oh, man. Back to the Future 3?
Okay, well, I don't want to talk about age yet. It's week 1, Dan. It's too early in the season for us to talk about our age.
Are you too young for Back to the Future 3, Jeff?
I think certainly 1 and 2. I think 3 might have come out after I was born, but maybe.
Well, it certainly occurred before you were born because it's, in the past.
Well, yeah.
But I would have thought that would have been a required watch in elementary school.
When did that come? We're going to have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. Here's 3rd and long. Tua Tagovailoa over the middle, has a man, that caught. And I think he's got the first down. Tua Tagovailoa with the reception. No, that is Moa with the reception for Fremont. And he picks up 19 and a first.
Now, and when in doubt, throw to number 8. You've got to pick him up on every play. Fremont has done a fantastic job moving him around. It is tough to keep track of where he is every single down. But every single play, look, he's thrown passes already in this game. He is going to be where they go when they want a big play, and there he was on a big 3rd and long.
So first down here for the Silverwolves as they approach midfield. Tua Tagovailoa will keep. Boy, good blocking. And Manasseh takes it up to the 40-yard line for another first down.
Well, and you can see the role that Cade Hadley has had in this game. The whole defense follows number 3. That's an easy pull for Tua Tagovailoa.
Right now, Fremont getting way too many yards on the ground as Tua Tagovailoa will keep this through one tackler, able to pick up 5 there. But that's well below the average we've seen in this first quarter. It feels like every run is 8-10 yards for this Fremont offense early.
Yeah, it has been. And look, this has been tough when you have Brock Dean. Great tackle by Brock Dean on that play. You don't really want your cornerback being the first guy to the ball carrier. This defensive line is out of sorts right now.
On second down, this will be Hadley. He's got a nice hole, little shiftiness there from the Fremont back. Has a first down as he picks up 10.
Carson Hill coming down from the safety spot. Once again, I mean, nobody's getting any contact on these ball carriers until the second level of the defense.
And again, look how quick they are. Is that one caught by Burton? He's got it inside the 20. Pickup of 9, maybe 10 there for Fremont.
Lincoln Henry on the tackle for Weber. There's a lot of tempo, man. This feels like Chip Kelly's Oregon teams a little bit.
It does. That ball spotted within 10 seconds. It's being snapped. I mean, this is quick. That one just a touch behind the receiver. Parker still able to come down with it. It'll give him the first.
Slade Parker, he's a fun player to watch. I think Slade is going to have a big year opposite of Celesi Moa. Played a lot of defense last year. I think now playing more on the offensive side, we're going to see a lot of Slade Parker.
Back in the red zone. They're 2 for 2 there in this opening quarter, trying to make it 3 for 3. Hadley on the ground, big hole left side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Fremont.
Cade Hadley, Coach Tua Tagovailoa told us before the game he was going to have a big role in this offense. He was going to have a bigger role than he did a year ago, and we have seen it so far as we take a look here at the tab bank replay.
2 for 2 there
Cade
in this
Hadley
opening quarter, trying to make it 3 for 3.
gap.
Hadley on the ground, big hole left
Almost
side,
untouched. Yeah, he had to
into the
shed a
end
tackle. It
zone.
wasn't completely untouched, but Cade Hadley into the end zone for another one.
Point after up, point after good. 21-0. What a start for the Region 5 Fremont Silverwolves.
I'm not used to that.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I'm not used to that at all.
I'm not going to lie, this realignment cycle's been hard. It's been hard for me to shift for this cycle.
There's been a lot of tradition. Well, I mean, this game is no better example than this game. I think that Fremont and Weber have been rivals since the 80s.
It's going to be Fremont's whole schedule, right? Fremont Davis,
Yeah.
right? Fremont Weber.
Yep.
It's just like, man, what?
Fremont had been a Region 1 staple for
Forever.
decades. Yeah, it feels weird.
It does feel weird. That's how we know, Jeff, we're getting old.
Is that what it is? When the nostalgia starts to feel weird, but not old enough for Back to the Future 3 references. Not quite there.
We'll get you there. I got a long drive home, Jeff. If you want to join me, we can watch it. Let's kick off into the end zone for the touchback.
Man, Fremont wanted to start fast.
They certainly did.
This is crazy.
Here's the thing. Actually, we'll talk about that right now. We just talked about realignment. How about the start by Davis last night? They started fast, and guess what's next week?
Yeah, that game is looking like on paper right now. That's going to be a shootout.
Guess where you can watch that game?
Hey,
How about that?
right here.
KSLSports.com. All right, Weber starting at their own 20. They'll go back to the ground here. Parker looking right side. Nice cut there. Parker up for a 12-yard gain. I really like what we've seen from him here in this first quarter.
I do too. It feels like it's almost a shame that there's no points on the board with the way that Dyson Parker has been running the football. He has been great, did a really good job being patient on that run, letting those tackles, those offensive linemen get out in front of him, letting that play develop. Really strong first down run.
Trips here to the top of the screen. Play action. They'll throw this out. Dean looking for blocks. He'll extend this outside, run out of bounds, but a pickup there of 6 for Brock Dean.
Brock Dean, one of the wide receivers, really good wide receivers that really isn't known in this state, but he holds a Weber State offer. He puts up big numbers. You see a little bit of it there. Look, that's only a gain of 5, but you could see the shifty. It's more than just those green cleats. He is quick. He is tough to bring down.
And we've got flag coming in here again. Another procedure on Weber.
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. When you are desperate to find any momentum, those pre-snap penalties, 5 yards never feels good. It really hurts when you're in that situation.
It just feels like the building of momentum has been tough. It's like you get a couple plays and then you got a penalty, right? They've just had a couple of those where they just haven't been able to really stack
play
positives.
after play.
Yeah.
Yep.
2nd and 9. They'll give to Parker. Looking left side. Parker has the edge. Oh, how about that? Love Parker. He's not afraid to shy away from a 5-star kid. Able to get the first down.
Ooh, that was some swagger on that stiff arm.
And they marked him just short. I thought he was. My bad.
Look, you're already on my case about getting on the refs. So we're not going to talk about the spot, whether it was good or bad.
They'll throw it out. We're going to get a hold here. As Brock Dean couldn't get up past his blockers. It's a really nice job there by that Fremont D. And I
do
think
you
this
accept
one's,
this penalty? Or do you take the fourth and...
I think I take it. Because you wonder in a 21-0 game, if it's 4th and 2, does Weber go for it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Good call.
Look, I play video games.
You do.
Actually, it's been a long time since I played video games. Do you play video games?
More than I would like to admit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Well, again, there's that age thing again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I play a few video games.
Well,
honestly, I'm a little surprised you had to ask.
I gave it up at about age 62. So that's when I was like, all right, I probably need to.
Probably time. Now that those Social Security checks are rolling in,
That's
it's
right.
probably time.
I can't afford the new systems anymore. So, in fact, that shows you my age because, well, anyway. 3rd down, they do take the penalty, so this will be 3rd and 13. Looking up the sideline, and boy, that's a tough throw to make. You've got coverage under and over, trying to fit that in a very small window for Creed DeVries. Could not do it. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I like the idea. Try to get the ball into Creed DeVries' hands. Just a sophomore, Carter Payne and Creed DeVries are going to play together for a while.
Yeah.
He's one of the most talented players on this offense. So look, when you need a big play, go to that big-time guy.
It is that DeVries, by the way. It is that DeVries, and I asked
Coach.
Coach.
Is that Payne.
It is that Payne. I asked Coach DeVries. I'm like, so is he as quick as his brother? He just laughed. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. As this punt off the side of the foot, out of bounds, and Fremont will be set up again here with good field position. We're still waiting here for the spot.
So that field position continues to get a little bit better. Oh, we got a flag on the field.
A flag here
in a really curious spot.
Well, this is either going to be a delay or I think too many men.
It is on Fremont.
I think you want to re-kick this, right? And that's what Coach Cannon is saying is, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, too many men.
Too many men on the field. Yeah, that's a break for Weber. Look, they're not going to pick up the 1st down on that penalty, but that punt, it looked the way that side judge was moving up the field that Fremont was going to get the ball to 40.
Yeah. So the 5 yards, it'll make it 4th and 7 here. 4th and 8. DeVries here with another opportunity. That one much better. And you can see they have no interest in letting Moa get in the open field as this one kicked out of bounds. Much better angle there for DeVries.
I don't blame them.
I don't either.
Celeste Moa gives us a good chance. That's a good segue. Makes his commitment to Tennessee.
Welcome Rocky Top. Want to welcome all of our Tennessee listeners out there.
I talked with Ben Moa, Celeste's dad, before the game. Congratulated him on the commitment. Said, hey, why not Utah? Why not some of these local schools? And they said, man, we got out there to Tennessee, and even though nobody was in the stadium, you could feel 110,000 people.
Here's the thing. No offense to Utah and BYU.
It's a different world.
It's Tennessee.
It's a different world.
Well,
happy for the Moa family. That's a big commitment.
Well, first, I'm going to come back to that. 1st down here. Tua Tagovailoa looking down the field, and that nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Boy, that's a great read on the ball by Carson Hill. He'd love to have another opportunity at that.
Carson Hill just about comes up with the big momentum swing that Weber needs. Great play, great read to get there, get into position, and maybe the first questionable throw that we've seen or questionable play that we've seen from Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, that one maybe feels a little forced in that opportunity, but we'll live for another play here. 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground with Hadley. Kind of got the sense that was where they were going to go, and Hadley able to take advantage for 5 yards.
Good job by Weber. That defense, Lincoln Henry steps up, big linebacker, makes the tackle. You could see that was a lot better. They won a little bit up front, won some of those individual one-on-one battles on the defensive line. Linebackers fit those gaps a lot better. when they have a little bit of time pre-snap, Weber's been in the right spots.
This is a big play here. 3rd and 5 here for Fremont. See if Weber can get the ball back. Oh, miscommunication, and it is intercepted. There you go for the Warriors. The deflection ends up in the hands of Bracken Day, and the junior will give Weber the football in Fremont territory.
Massive play by this Weber defense. Take a look at the replay. You see the defense. They get into Tua Tagovailoa. The pass deflection puts the ball in the air.
Miscommunication, and it is intercepted.
Track that. That's the play that Weber needs. They desperately needed a momentum swing. God, is this still the first quarter, Dane?
It is still the first quarter. Cow. Jeff, this is not the studio anymore, man.
Yeah, this is crazy.
You're out with the people. That means it's going to be a late night.
It is going to be. It is going to be a little different for me, isn't it?
Yes, it is. First down here for Weber. Offense right back out on the field. Designed run here for Parker. Nice run there, able to pick up 7.
Well, and that's the first time that we've seen a little bit of creativity from this Weber offense, and it looks like they're going to go right back to it. Dyson Parker and some Wildcat.
They'll go with a little tempo. Pulling lineman here. Parker up the middle has the first down.
That's another Warrior.
Inside 90 seconds here.
Big first down for Weber. I like the change of pace.
They get a touchdown here. It's 2 possession, right? Again, it's like, hey, guys, we're fine. It's early.
Right. They're going to stay in the Wildcat here.
This is a first down. Going to try the left side. And Parker able to pick up another 5.
God, that was well blocked. Really great play by that Fremont safety to come in and make that tackle, because there was a wall of red out in front of Parker. Hey, I love what Weber's doing here. Hey, this works. Stay in the Wildcat.
Fremont here, boy, a bunch of guys back in the box here. Parker again. Nice turn upfield. He's got another first. These are 5-6 yard chunks here for Dyson Parker.
Well, with every defender that sneaks into the box for Fremont, Dyson Parker can throw. He can throw the ball. Look, he may not be the starting quarterback, but he can throw the ball. Might want to watch out for that one.
They don't have to run another play here. Looks like they will. Yes, they will. Parker tracked down from behind. No, uses his speed as he's got another 7 yards here. And that will probably do it for this first quarter. All right, well, Weber taking advantage off the turnover. They're inside the red zone, knocking on the doorstep. We'll see if they can convert with their offense when we come back. Through 1, Fremont leading Weber 21-0 on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
As a former high school athlete in the state of Utah, I recognize how big of a role high school sports can play in developing student athletes' lives, even outside of the sports they play. For me, high school sports taught me how to work as a team, how to lead through adversity, how to share success, and how to face all challenges. While I didn't become a professional athlete, it was these skills that gave me a head start in life after my high school career was over. That's why Tab Bank is proud to sponsor KSL Sports Rewind's mission to highlight and promote student athletes and the communities in which they play. As a proud Bonneville Laker, I know the importance of the role a community plays in the success of a team, and I wanted to create a banking environment that gave our customers that Friday Night Lights feeling of community and togetherness. Our goal is to provide you a premium banking experience that will help aid you to accomplish any goal that you have in your life. We believe that whether you are a heavy favorite or the battle-tested underdog, Tab Bank can provide you a winning game plan for any of your financial needs.
Start of our second quarter. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you. Whistles there before the play.
Well, Fremont has been going so fast all game. Weber wants to pick up the tempo. Refs don't quite want them to go quite that fast. Carter Payne is back in at quarterback.
I think this is good.
I think it's good. I think, yeah, with the quarter break, Fremont has time to adjust, bring your quarterback back in. They'll go back to that Wildcat at some point.
They're going to go opposite here. This is 5 wide. Oh, good throw right there to the near hash. And it's DeVries with his first catch of the night, I believe. First down.
Great ball by Carter Payne to the back shoulder of Creed DeVries. I talked with some of the Payne brothers this year. I talked with Logan Payne before the game. Carter's put on 20 pounds of muscles. Logan, of course, taking the credit, says he's finally listening to his older brothers. But this is a bigger version of Carter Payne than we saw last year.
Coaching staff was excited about that before the game, too. And he's still just a sophomore. He's got some more time to put on some mass. As Parker here down to the 5. You know, I don't know what the big deal is. I put on 20 pounds too, Jeff. You don't hear me bragging about it.
That's what I said. Carter, you and I have something in common.
I'm not
that impressed.
Mine might not be muscle, but it's there.
It's pounds.
It's mass.
They all weigh the same. You know, interesting fact about Carter Payne. His first game last year, again, 9th grader.
Yeah.
Against Westlake, playing against Nusi Tamoy-Peau. Nusi Tamoy-Peau now a true freshman at BYU with true freshman Payne.
That's awesome.
But the other older Payne, both Tyler and Logan Payne are freshmen at BYU with Nusi Tamoy-Peau.
Payne looking end zone and overthrew his target. Was trying to find DeVries. Well defended.
You can tell Creed DeVries. We talked with the Weber coaches. He's a little bigger than he was a year ago as well. They want to feed him the ball as much as they can. He does not look like a sophomore.
But I'll tell you this, we've seen a couple times where they've gone after the 5'8" Tristan Mann. He's held his own.
He's done well. He's done really well.
Had good positioning. And that one, be it overthrown, but Mann's not given a lot of room there.
Big third down play here.
3rd and goal. They'll run it. Parker trying to get outside. Little bit more. Touchdown, Weber. No, they say he's out of bounds at the 1, and now a late flag coming in. As we talked about the rivalry that is Fremont Weber, and you see maybe the first signs of that rivalry here. And I felt like, Jeff, maybe a little extra to this rivalry tonight.
Yeah, that felt a little something right there for sure. Look, first and foremost, I thought that Parker got in, so that spot's going to be important here on this play because clearly the flag is after the play is over, so that would have been a touchdown. So the spot, let's not lose sight of the spot as the refs figure out what is happening here. But clearly some rivalry emotions. Look, you could feel it on the field before the game. I mean, there was a lot of energy coming from that Fremont side especially.
Well, there's a lot of familiarity. We talk about the rivalry, but there are kids that have worn the other color in this game, right? I mean, and so there's...
Samoa knows this Weber team as well as anybody on the Weber team. I mean, he played 2 years in this program before going over with his dad when his dad started coaching at Fremont on Coach Tua Tagovailoa's staff. They pick up the flag?
Yeah, they waved it off.
Parker stepped out of bounds at the 1 yard line. 4th and goal at the 1.
4th and goal. You go for this, right?
Well, you have to, right? There's that
Well,
spot.
You don't. You still have a choice, but...
Well, you do have a choice. But no, you have to go, Dave.
I agree.
I think the choice is easy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. 4th and goal. And we've got a timeout here going to be taken by Weber.
I think that's a good timeout.
Yeah, personnel there. Kind of late to get everyone on the field.
You know, Dane, earlier in the week, I did not know if this game was going to happen or not. I mean, there was a big fire breaks out here, the Willard Peak Fire. So shout out to the Northview Fire District. This fire was just a couple of miles away from the stadium. Smoke was here. Weber didn't know if they were going to be able to practice because of smoke. Looking at maybe do they have to move to Westfield if the fire doesn't get put out? Do they have to move this game out to Fremont? Not only did the firefighters make it so the football could be played, that was the most important. Fire burned right up to the backyard of homes. Not a single structure was lost in the fire. So Northview Fire District, hey, shout out to you guys.
You know, here's the thing. We come out to Weber. We love coming up here. First of all, it's a beautiful facility. The view of the valley is incredible.
I think it's my favorite.
But you come to this stadium and you look to the north, and it is dry grass.
Yeah.
And so when I heard a fire, I'm like, oh, shoot, that
Yeah.
is not great because there's a lot of that up here. And so, yeah, to your point, crews do a great job able to get that contained, put out, and can't even smell it up here. So
No, it's been great.
thanks for calling them out.
They deserve it.
They do. 4th and goal here for Weber. Payne will hand off, and I think he got denied. He is short. Fremont able to take away that gap as they hand it off that time to Wyatt Nilsson, and the junior gets stopped right at the goal line.
Oh, man, that could not have been closer. You take a look here. It looked like the hole was there for Nelson, but Fremont does a great job
Payne
of closing that
will
window
hand
quickly.
off,
And they are going to have
and
the
I
ball
think he got
with maybe a couple of sheets of paper worth of breathing room up against their goal line.
Now someone have an index card.
Yeah, this is right there.
You try to make a joke, and some people just give you a stare. It's like, okay. Now we'll really see if Fremont can put a drive together.
we
With
go.
this 99 3/4 of a yard.
This is the drive. Moa one-on-one again.
They bring pressure to Tagovailoa. Going to come near side. Has a man just through the hands. Boy, that is a well-placed football. Slade Parker just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, great ball and great coverage by Josh Hamblin, the Weber cornerback, to be right there. Swipe across the arms. Looked like that ball was in the hands of Parker, but the cornerback comes through, swipes the arm, and breaks that play up.
How about the placement by Tua Tagovailoa? Because that's
Beautiful.
right over the DB.
Beautiful.
And you'd mentioned Hamlin. That was a young man that Coach Cam talked about. I said, that kid's under the radar. Didn't play last year. Was hurt. He's going to have a big year this year. We was really excited to see it. And you're right. He was stride for stride right there. Required a perfect throw.
Yeah,
Couldn't convert.
Fantastic. A little bit of a different look here for Fremont.
Yep, 2nd down. They'll try to run it. And a nice job there by Hadley, able to pick up about 8.
It gives Fremont some breathing room, if nothing else. But look, this is now a 3rd and short instead of a 3rd and long. This is a crucial 3rd down for this Weber defense.
They'll move quickly here. That throw, little too tall. Was looking there for Taggart Burton. Could not connect on 3rd and short. And, boy, how confident do you feel here, Jeff?
Well, I
Mighty.
mean, I thought for sure you punt. I mean, maybe you see a little pooch punt here.
Look out, they're stacked here. Oh,
Somebody move.
I think this is going to go against the visitors.
False start on the offense.
By the way, I just realized this. They're both wearing their home jerseys. I love that in a rivalry,
That's the way it should be.
right? It is.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Now, of course, Fremont bringing on the punt team. I think this is the first Fremont punt, right?
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, we've got some athleticism here. My goodness.
I don't know if he jumped onto the screen or not, but I think he jumped 1,000 feet in the air.
For those wondering, that cheer pad does not have springs under it. That's just all individual. That was impressive.
That was something else.
He really did surpass the 50-inch vertical.
He might have.
And now we've got a timeout here going to be taken by Weber. I think that's their last one. Timeout Warriors on a 4th down punt coming up here from Fremont when we come back. 4th down. Fremont here to kick. That was the last timeout for Weber in this half. And now we've got a flag here.
You know, if this keeps getting backed up, I wonder if Weber takes a shot, tries to go get this.
Well, I don't think, but you get a roughing penalty, and it's a 1st down.
It is. But you're down 3 scores. You need something. You get a safety, get the
But-
ball
but
back,
even
find a way
here-
to get some momentum.
We haven't seen Fremont punt, but you have an opportunity to start on the plus side of the 50.
I'm just saying, they keep backing him up. Put some pressure on him. He steps on the back line. That's
That's a good punt. Parker from the 46. He'll come near side. Nope, did. Nice return.
Man, he's got some shifty to him, Dyson Parker. He reminds me, and maybe this is easy because it's the name. I'm seeing a little bit of Roy Parker Kingston in the way that Dyson Parker carries the ball. He's got some of that shifty, maybe not the straight line speed that Parker had, but Parker had some. He had some shifty to him too. Wasn't the biggest guy on the field.
I'm not going to lie, Jeff. It's Friday night. It's almost 8 o'clock. And I was like, Roy Parker, who is he talking?
No, Roy's Parker.
I got there. It just took me a little bit.
Week 1 jitters. Week 1 jitters.
It's, you know.
It happens.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. First down. I like that comparison, though, by the way. We'll come back to that. Kept here by Hamblin. And he'll pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2. I like that comparison, though. Because you talk about the shiftiness, doesn't shy from contact, has great speed. I like that.
Well, and plays with that same kind of energy and swagger. Like those Parker, Kingston, Roy teams, that's what they were. I mean, they won because of vibes, and I think that Dyson has some of that.
And I think the other thing, I mean, I know this is from last year because my memory's not great, but his punt return against Kansas State is kind of that. It's like I'm going one direction, no, I'm going to come back the other way. His speed vision, like he's got some tools to make some of that work. And I think Parker's shown some of that, especially out of the offense tonight, as he gets a carry here ahead for a couple more yards. Be a 3rd and long.
Carter Payne back in at quarterback. We've seen 3 different guys for Weber take snaps in this one between Hamblin, Parker, and Carter Payne.
This Weber team was picked 3rd preseason by coaches in Region 1. Davis and Syracuse picked ahead of them. Talk about the youth, and you see some of those maybe early jitters tonight, but not really gotten out of themselves. They're still, it doesn't feel like they're being dominated.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a 21-0 game, but it is.
3rd and long. Play clock down to 5. And going to step up. No, he's going to look end zone coverage there, and it's incomplete. Was trying to find DeVries. A good job there by the Fremont DB. That was Cam Murphy. Able to get good positioning and break it up.
Now, and I think this will be a quick go-for-it decision for the Weber offense. Kind of a long field goal. What would this be, 45, 46-yard field goal?
45. They had a 43 opportunity. They chose not to kick that.
This version of Paynes plays quarterback, not kicker. Maybe, previous versions of Paynes here at Weber, they are kicking this.
4th and 8. Carter to his right. Oh, not a lot of options. Going to go to the end zone. Oh, nearly caught. Just knocked away at the last moment by Murphy, who's in coverage on that previous play as the Silverwolves get the defensive stop.
Great play by Camden Murphy. My mouth was open. My jaw dropped when Carter Payne threw that ball because that felt a little dicey, but he put it on target. His receiver could have made a play. Just a great play by Camden Murphy.
We've got a player down here in the end zone for Weber. We'll step aside, entry timeout, as the Silverwolves will get the ball back here when we come back. Fremont will start at their own 28-yard line.
Big 82, Dean Hall.
Oh boy, going deep. Parker just overthrew him. Well, that was maybe through the hand. Slade had the DB beat. Couldn't catch up to it.
That was we talked about that play earlier for Weber where Carter Payne had a couple of guys he could throw to. That was that play for Tua Tagovailoa. He had Hall, the big tight end, open. He had Slade open, put a beautiful ball to Slade just outside of his hands.
No rest here. We're right back at it. Tua Tagovailoa going to keep this. Lowering the pads, able to pick up 9.
I expect Tua Tagovailoa, Nate Tua Tagovailoa, that is, Coach Tua Tagovailoa, to keep the tempo going. Look, this Weber defense is a little bit out of sorts right now. There was a wide receiver completely uncovered on that last play.
First down here. Handoff. Well, good time to bring some pressure, and that rush that time from Lincoln Henry really disrupted the ability of Fremont to get that play going.
Yeah, great play, and really first time to talk about Kelton Tree, number 28 on the defensive end He's a big part of what Weber wants to do defensively. A year ago, Kelton Tree, 21 tackles, a pair of TFLs. He's stepping into a bigger role as a senior. That was the first time that we've seen him make a big impact.
You know, week one, it's great to be back, isn't it, Jeff? High school football's back.
We talk about it all the time. There's waiting for football season and there's football season.
And we've now entered.
We're here. It's the best time of the year.
A beautiful night tonight, by the way. We got to thank Mother Nature for making sure the weather's quite comfortable. She's been fantastic.
Shout out Mother Nature.
Shout out Mother Nature. Sure. But, you know, for those of you who want more of this, you want more high school coverage, come join us. KSLSports.com. We're going to have coverage all year long. We're going to have top 5 plays. We're going to have our recaps. We're going to have a weekly show. Jeff, we got some fun stuff lined up.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna be back. Looked a little different a year ago. It's gonna be back. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting all season long.
Coach interviews.
Absolutely.
Jeff's already thinking of new things. It's gonna be
There's
awesome.
so much V8 that we bought. Holy cow.
That's still one of my favorites from last year. I'm sorry to put you through that. 2nd and 12. They'll go on the ground. Boy, good block. I'll tell you what, this Fremont offensive line, they've just been so impressive. And even that time, you're pulling, right? I mean, that's guys getting outside, locking up.
Yeah, I mean, just a fantastic run. Look, every
2nd
single
and 12.
offensive lineman is winning their one-on-one battles. Take a look at the replay.
Go on the ground.
The running game has been maybe the most
I'll tell you what,
thing.
this Fremont offensive line.
Tagaloa, Moa, you expect that. But this running game behind Hadley has been fantastic.
It's been really good. Oh, boy. Dialing one up. Has a man. Caught. First down. First and goal for Fremont. I love the route concept there for the Silverwolves. It's Tristan Mann coming up with the reception.
You talked about Mann on the defensive side of the ball. Good for him to get a little bit of nod on the offensive side of the ball, get into the box score that way. He's been playing so great at the corner spot. Big play as a receiver.
First and goal. The Silverwolves looking for more. To Tagaloa, looking for Moa. Just missed him. Timing maybe a touch off on that play.
You know, when your dad is the offensive coordinator, you probably learn the offense very, very well. They're giving Manasseh Tagaloa, the quarterback, a lot of calls. He's making a lot of checks in the pre-snap. There's a lot going on in the quarterback.
You know, it's interesting. I asked him, how do you feel like Manasseh is last year, this year? He said, it's gelling for him.
Yeah.
He's like, it's finally at a point where he's making reads, he's understanding it, and it looks that way. Like, it looks like he feels very comfortable in this offense. They'll run. Uh-oh. Hadley just waiting to find that hole, takes it to the 1.
Really patient running by Cade Hadley. Fremont had numbers. Weber lost their gaps, and Hadley took advantage.
3rd and goal. They're a yard out. On the ground, Hadley to the corner. Touchdown, Fremont.
Well, Cade Hadley, Coach Tagaloa talked about him a lot, of what role he's going to have this year. From that running back spot, he has delivered in spades in this game. Been absolutely
on the ground,
fantastic.
Hadley
but once again,
to the corner, touchdown Fremont.
Weber, they are winning their battles. They are sealing the edge. They are creating holes. I mean, they are winning in the trenches.
What a start for a team that looks to contend in 5A. It is 28-0. Fremont with a huge opening quarter on the road against their rival. Will be back. 28-0 Fremont. 3 rushing touchdowns by Hadley. And really, it's been every aspect of this football game has been favored Fremont. Weber's hung around. They've battled.
It's one of the weirder 28-0 games because it does not feel like a blowout.
This kick will be returnable.
Brock Dean can fly.
Looking far side, has blocks set up. Look out, Brock Dean down the sideline, a penalty flag coming in. I have a feeling they won't have it where that ended up.
I think we're going to get a block in the back here. Maybe they'll call a hold. Looked like a block in the back to me. You mentioned I'm running the replay. We could look at a replay, but I'm running the replay, so we can't. But I'll get the next one.
Hey, that's okay.
If we don't embrace the failure,
Well,
I'll never
first of
improve.
all, it's the first time, Jeff. It's
Yeah.
your first day.
Yeah,
You've
look,
done great.
I have been with Rewind for 4 years. This is the first time you've given me a button to push.
Yeah.
And I failed.
Well, no, I think you're, about 6 for 6, 7 for 7?
Well, that's true. I mean, if I don't talk about it, every time I show it, I win. But
Yeah.
if we do talk about all the ones that I've missed.
Look, I didn't bring that up. You did.
Yeah, you're
so,
right. Well, that's accountability. Bring it out to the world for everybody to hear. I've got improvements to make.
the flag was on Weber, so they will start at their own 25-yard line. Payne looking over the middle. That one could not be caught. Boy, again, he's getting the ball there. Just haven't been able to capitalize.
He is. That's Reese Cantwell again. That's his second one that Carter has given him a good ball. That's tough for a sophomore quarterback. When you make those plays, it's so hard to pick up first downs. And when you are able to make those plays and you're down by 4 scores, man, that's just demotivating.
You know, one of the tough things is a second down here. They'll run it with Parker, able to get through the line. But that's one of the things that makes it so hard about high school football is you talk about, we know that a Carter Payne is coming back. We know that a Dyson Parker is coming back, but you have opportunities for kids to step into new roles.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes it's their first time in that role too, right? It takes some time to get comfortable and to be in sync and to just, hey, it's someone else, not a practice. It means that there's an added pressure that we forget these are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids experiencing something for the first time, and there's growth.
There is. Well, and especially this Weber program. This is historically a senior-led program. I mean, they play a lot of seniors every year. That means they graduate a lot of seniors every year. So even though there's a lot of seniors in the starting lineup, it's a lot of new experience for these guys. Big run by Dyson Parker to pick up the first down and move the chains. This is a big drive for Weber to settle down, get some points on the board before the half.
Parker coming off here for this first down play. He has been a workhorse in this opening half for Weber, probably been their best offensive weapon, and going to get a well-earned rest here. As Payne will play action. With just 2 receivers, they're both covered. Not a lot of room. Payne going to look for the end zone. He'll pick up a yard.
Yeah, really, really well covered there in the secondary by Fremont. You can tell, look, Celesi Moa, we talk about him a lot. He plays both ways. And so he needs a breather every now and then. He's not on the field. He's not playing that safety spot. At least he hasn't been so far this drive. Does Weber look to try and take some shots with Celesi Moa on the sideline?
Second and long. Little screen set up here for Dean. And boy, maybe contact there late. Will not get a flag.
I like the no call there. I mean, it could have, and I probably wouldn't have complained, but I don't mind a no call there.
3-yard line.
I think one of the tough things, look, you will see that play get flagged
Absolutely.
frequently,
Yes.
right? For me, that's one I'm always struggling with because I'm like, both players have their momentum. I can't
Right.
just stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's hard to avoid some of those hits. I'm not justifying it, but it's one where I think sometimes we've over-officiated that a little bit.
Yep.
But I get the plea for a call. Most of the time that does get flagged. It's 3rd and short. They'll run it. First down for Parker as he's across the 50.
Another play really well blocked, and Dyson Parker does a good job following those blockers, finding the hole in the defense, picking up the first down. Once again, I mean, this is a big drive for Weber to get some confidence going into halftime.
Well, here's the other thing I think for Weber, too. Some of it is just, hey, let's hold the ball.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of their drives have just been short, and that's been due to penalties and other things gotten them behind schedule. Just get back in your feel, your rhythm, hold the football, get some plays back to back. Payne looking to throw, and he's going to have to eat this. Had a couple receivers downfield, but did not like the looks and the pressure there. Fremont gets home.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those moments there that a young quarterback, as he gets more experience, he's going to anticipate some of those routes, be able to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. But look, this is his first time. I mentioned he was playing last year, then he would go to school the next day at Orion Junior High School. This is a very young quarterback in Carter Payne. You can see the talent. He's got a ton of talent.
Well, the other thing is you've got deep corners on those, so you float that ball, there's an opportunity that's going to be intercepted, right? And because you've got pressure coming up, you don't have a lot of room to step into it. There's a little screen here for Parker. Make a couple men miss. Well, he continues to just be impressive. Gets all that yardage back.
Now, his balance has been impressive. His ability to start and stop and go and take a hit and get pulled and keep his feet and his momentum. Dyson Parker can take that 5-yard pass and make me like jump up out of my chair. He's been exciting.
3rd and 10 here for Weber. Just inside the 4-minute mark in this opening half. Payne looking for a little extra room, gets brought down. The pressure of Fremont a couple times on this drive, able to disrupt Weber as coming in to create the sack. I think, it's 56. It's Kyle Herron, the senior.
Yeah, great. I mean, there were a couple of Fremont Silverwolves on that play who could have made the play.
Yep.
Just great penetration by the defensive line. Look, they know it's a big passing play. They pin their ears back and they come after Carter Payne and they're able to get home.
You know, I was expecting Fremont to have really good athletes. I didn't know what we'd see from them up front. It's been impressive on both sides in this opening half.
Yeah, they've done well.
Weber here to kick. Again, this angled. Well executed. Gets a home bounce inside the 15. Will be down at the 13.
Good punt by DeVries. Give this Weber defense, I think that may have been their biggest break that they've had all game so far. Give them a chance to catch their breath, get resettled in.
This is a great opportunity for Fremont. There's 3:04 left. You've got one timeout. This is an opportunity for a multi-year starter. Remember, Tua Tagovailoa started at Ben Lomond a couple years ago, came over to Fremont, started again last year. Look, here's an opportunity. Guy let's go, execute a long drive in the closing minutes. Great opportunity for him to get some of that experience here on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about the comfort that he feels in this offense. That will never be more true than in the 2-minute situation here.
He will be looking into the sun. It's one of the unique things here at Weber, the field orientation. Low snap maybe disrupted that as Tua Tagovailoa going to keep this and turns it into positive. Able to take that out of bounds, and that will draw the flag. And that's one where, again, Weber's going to be a little frustrated there.
Didn't get the call here. That's one of those, that same scenario, Dan, that both guys are going. There's no intent with that play. But you do see it flagged so often, so you do want to see it both ways called that same direction. That one's tough for Weber.
Well, and this is where it's like they're also different side judges, right? Your line judges are different in that case, and so you both have interpretations.
Gives us a chance to talk about something, Dane.
Let's do it.
Connor Becker of the Standard Examiner wrote a great article earlier this week, and he was talking about the pregame music from quarterbacks up here in the north. Carter Payne's, I have to read it because, I don't know, Rebels Kick It by Young Boy Never Broke Again. It's kind of what I would have expected from a high school kid. Manasseh Tua, Here, My Dear by Marvin Gaye.
Wow.
When Tua Tagovailoa needs to calm down, he's plugging in some Marvin Gaye into the old AirPods. That's what he's listening to in the locker room.
You don't think that's a pregame, right? But
that's what he says.
I love it.
He says it calms him down. He talked about how great of a story it is. Great article by Connor Becker.
Well, get ready, Jeff, because you know there's a question coming. So you got about 15 seconds to think of an answer. First down here for Fremont. They'll run. Oh, there you go. There's that Weber defense we've come to know over the years. Great pressure around the edge there by Hellman and Houston for the TFL.
Yeah, well-timed pressure called by Coach Plume. That was a big play for this defense.
Backs them up. 2nd and 13 here for Fremont. And Silverwolves with one timeout. Tua Tagovailoa. Eyes downfield, looking deep. This ball overthrown will be incomplete. And with that clock stoppage, here comes our question. Jeff, so if you had a pregame song, what is it?
All right, you're about to learn a little bit about old Jeff Hansen
I can't
here.
wait.
I have to think a little bit about the song, but let me just tell you a little bit about high school Jeff. My hair was a little longer, my pants were a little bit tighter, and all of my shirts were a little bit more black. So I think that my song's probably going to be maybe a little something screamo. There's going to be some, like, you would have hated it. My parents certainly hated it. So I don't know. I got to think about what the song would have been, but I can say with a lot of confidence, I would have been the only one in the locker room listening to it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You don't have a song you would call out, though.
I don't know. Something by Silverstein, probably.
Okay. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
I did not play sports, right? And for those who wonder why, all you have to do is look at me right now. It's
Sure.
pretty obvious.
Yeah,
but,
fair enough.
You know, and that's not for a lack of athleticism, by the way. I'm pretty athletic.
Yeah, it was
but,
the hair that we're talking about.
Well, but in my extracurricular, I always had a song that I listened to on the way to it.
Okay.
Right? You want to know what that was?
I'm ready.
AC/DC,
Okay.
TNT.
Yeah, classic.
That was my pregame,
Yeah,
so to speak. It was
classic.
all right. We got to get locked in. We got to get some energy. Some old TNT, AC/DC. Boom, let's go.
Yeah.
That was me.
That makes sense. You know, neither of us are in the same realm as Marvin Gaye.
It was not Marvin Gaye.
And neither of us play anything like Manasseh Tuatagaloa. So
exactly.
I don't want to say that's why, but I don't know that it's not.
My recipe was clearly wrong. 3rd and long here for Fremont coming out of this timeout. Tuatagaloa, little screen, looking here for Moa. Weber's ready for it. Nowhere to go. Well defended there by the Warriors.
Yeah, really well defended by Weber. There's not very many 3rd and long play calls that are going to result in a first down. And if you're looking across the line of scrimmage and you see Celesi Moa, they're going to find a way to get him the ball. So key on number 8, swarm when he gets the ball. Weber executed that perfectly.
And that series,
Huge.
that's what we've seen from Weber.
Yes.
Right? Again, this first half, a lot of little miscues, misassignments here, misalignment there, kind of led to this, but that's what we're used to seeing as Weber running a player on here late. Play clock down to 5. And Fremont having to take as much time off the clock here as we're nearing the final 90 of this half. Boy, that is a
Good
punt. And Parker calling for the fair catch. We'll take it at the 28.
Dyson Parker catches it at the Warrior 29.
So Weber's going to have 72 yards to go to find pay dirt here.
How aggressive are you?
Well, that's what I don't think they have any timeouts left.
They do not.
And so a minute and a half, I think you'd be really aggressive on first down, and then you see what happens on first down. Because if you don't pick up a chunk play really quickly, I think then you hand it off, you let this clock run out, you take it into the half. But you be aggressive early, see if you can get 15, 20 yards here, get yourself into at least Hail Mary territory, if nothing else. I think first down is going to be key.
No Fremont timeouts either. So Weber really has the clock at their discretion. Here's Payne rolling to his left. That's a tough throw. Intercepted. Jeff, what did we talk about just a moment ago? That was Cam Graves, the senior, coming up with the interception. You want to throw that out? It's got to be on a line because a floated ball, and you get that result.
Yeah, I mean, just a young quarterback mistake is what that is. That long throw across the field, it's got to be on time, and it's got to be on a line. Carter Payne had the pressure that came into the pocket, and he hesitated just a little bit, kind of threw that one off his back foot, gave that defender just enough time.
And I was going to say, it wasn't like it was a super floated
No.
throw, right? But to your
enough.
point, he can't step into it. So you can't get that extra zip. And now Fremont does have an opportunity to look for more here with a minute 20 left here in the half. Tuatagaloa will throw near side. This ball caught out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Will stop the clock there by Slade Parker.
And I think that play, you just saw the difference in 2 consecutive plays between a sophomore quarterback and a senior. Fremont wanted to be aggressive, push the ball downfield too. You saw Manasseh go through those reads, hit the check down. Didn't try to force anything, gains 5 yards, you live to see another play.
They'll motion Hadley up to the top of the screen. Tuatagaloa evading one. Eyes downfield, looking. He'll throw to the middle. Nearly intercepted. Should have been Boy, dangerous throw there by Fremont. That's another one where Tua Tagovailoa, his body's all sorts of disrupted there. Fortunate that one was not picked off because Weber had an opportunity. Great play.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it on the play before, the great poise of a senior. That one got away from him a little bit, and his coaches immediately pull him over, talk to him, calm him down. That's the second interception that I think that Carson Hill is going to wish that he had back. He's had a couple go off his hands.
Yep.
Always in the right spot. It's going to happen. When you're in the right spot that much, you're going to have a chance to make those plays.
3rd and 3 here for Fremont. They'll hand off. Boy, good blocking upfield. Hadley turning back to the middle. He's got it to the 15-yard line. That's a first down here for Fremont. Again, they cannot stop the clock. Once the ball's set, it will start again, but their tempo that's where this is advantageous.
Yeah, I mean, a minute and a half. I don't even think that they're worried how fast they've been able to play. They don't even think about that clock.
First down at the 15. They'll run it again. Hadley looking right side. He's seeking that boundary. He'll step out. There's a huge lane up the middle, but you can kind of see it's like, no, I can manage the clock with the boundary. Gets that way, picks up 8.
Yeah, I have been so impressed with Hadley, the way that he has run the ball. His patience and his vision has been spectacular in this one.
By the way, they had like 4 linemen on 1 defender. Again, the offensive line for Fremont continues to play stellar. Second down. Nase running, he'll tuck, get out of bounds. He's going to be just short.
That's where that conversation with his coach on that play that got away from him, just tuck it in, get out of bounds, don't try to force anything. And that's what those coaches are preaching to Tua Tagovailoa right now.
3rd and 1. Clock stops on a first down. Got to get it to the 5. It'll be Hadley. He's got the first down. And more to the 1. It will be 1st and goal for Fremont.
Yeah, it looks like you've got an offensive lineman and a linebacker getting into it a little bit. Both of them trying to draw the flag for the extracurriculars. Refs don't go for it.
Oh, little disrupted there. Tua Tagovailoa, is he in? No, just shy.
I thought the second effort might have had him in, but the ref says that he is down.
But that clock running.
Yeah.
20 seconds left, still going. Our bad, we've got a little clock malfunction. We'll fix that. Tua Tagovailoa dropped it, has to eat it. The clock down to 8.
Fremont's got to move.
2, 1, they will not get it off, and the Weber defense able to get a stop. That interception will not come back to haunt them as the clock runs out here in the first half.
Well, the first play of the game started with a special teams play going Fremont's way. This time, a play goes against Fremont, a little mishap on the snap, and that's exactly what Weber needed to recover, let that clock expire. Look, it's 28-0 going into half. It feels closer. It feels more competitive than 28-0. Weber's got to respond.
Midway through on opening night, and it's the Silverwolves with the lead, 28-0 over the Warriors. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. We're getting ready to start our second half here. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Fremont leading Weber 28-0. And Jeff, I mean, welcome back football, but that was a different half.
It was, we talked about it repeatedly, how quick Fremont was going, but it felt like the clock was still taking forever. I mean, it was such a weird vibe to that first half. The score is 28-0. It doesn't feel like a 28-0 game. This is an enormous drive here. Remember, Fremont had that long, I mean, effectively an onside kick, right, that they recovered to start the game. So it felt like they took the kick, they received the kick to start the game. They didn't. They kicked. So Fremont's going to get a chance to make a big early statement and get a running clock going and really put Weber behind.
This will be Moa on the return, looking towards the middle, brought down to the 25. Jeff, if you're Weber, you've got to start on defense, right?
Yep.
But what do you look, anything different here in this second half? Anything you try to get established in the second half? Like what?
Well, I think you worry less about the score at this point if you're Weber, and you are getting back to who you are. There were a lot of times on defense that they were out of alignment, that they had guys wide open, that they just did not keep pace mentally with that Fremont tempo on offense. I look for Weber to get back to who Weber is, And if they can do that, then I think they will have the confidence that they will claw their way back into this game. But it starts with their alignment and their ability to stay composed.
Fremont starting at their own 24. Bunch formation to the top. They'll run it here instead. And we talked about in the first half, that running game for Fremont, super impressive. When you look at Fremont in the second half, is it just keep doing what you've been doing?
Yeah, I think so. Stay offensively, keep riding Hadley in that running game. I mean, because look, if Fremont scores here and they go up 35-0, they're just playing the clock game at that point, right? They just are trying to get out of here as quick as they can. I think they probably slow down. I think they huddle a little bit more, and they make Weber make plays to beat them.
A run play that only picked up 4, and I mean, I don't say that to be rude. It just feels like every running play for Fremont's been big yards tonight. As here's Tua Tagovailoa, he'll try to throw. Well, I thought maybe contact there a little early, but it is no call there, incomplete. Be a third down.
You know, that's a fun matchup between the number 8s there, Celesi Moa and Brock Dean. 2 college players, 2 very talented players, heartbeats of their team type of players. That was a good matchup on that one. I thought too, Dane, that maybe a flag gets thrown. But I like it. Let the boys play.
They have let them play tonight.
They
right?
have.
I think they
felt the tone of a
which I
rivalry
like.
game. Let
Don't
them
let
play.
it get out of control, which they haven't.
Right. Yep.
Third down. Tua Tagovailoa under pressure and will not be able to get out of it. Weber with their first sack of the night. It's a 3 and out here forced by that Weber defense.
Well, and we talked about it, that as Weber gets into their sets, they play within their scheme. They are too talented and too disciplined to let this thing get away from them.
And will not be able to get out of it.
On that drive. Huge 3 and out for the Weber defense.
We talk about the stop they had at the end of the half. Remember, Fremont had it inside the 5, could not score. Clock ran out on them. You get a 3 and out here. And I feel like that defense, again, they had some early miscues, but I feel like kind of middle second quarter, we kind of started to see them get back to what we've expected as Fremont here to punt.
I'm glad you mentioned the stop before the half because that's huge. That's back-to-back stops.
Yeah.
Look, and that's something, as you talk about stacking drives.
And we've got a delay of game here called on Fremont. So this will back the Silverwolves up.
Well, and that's something that we maybe need to talk about a little bit. How does Fremont come out in this second half? They go in with a big lead. Are they feeling like, okay, guys, kick your feet up. We got this.
Yep.
Does Weber come out, throw their own punch to start the second half?
And I'll tell you this. I mean, we'll talk about things coming up, but you know who Weber has next week on their schedule?
I don't know.
The old Brighton Bengals. That's going to be an angry group from Brighton. So Weber is going to have an opportunity here to maybe pick up their intensity because they're going to have that intensity next week. There's a flag coming in here on the return. Parker able to get it to the 45. That might be some yardage tacked on here.
I'm assuming, I thought hold, but you think face mask there?
It was the point of the tackle, and I didn't see any other Weber player there. That's where I was a little uncertain.
I didn't see a face mask, but you're right. Situation says on the kicking team.
I might wait. Beep. Block in the back.
Block in the back on the Warriors will be a 15-yard penalty. It will be first down, Weber.
Okay. Carter Payne.
Yeah.
Had that big interception. That was his last play of that first half. How does he respond? Look, we haven't seen a lot of Carter Payne himself, but we've seen a lot of the Payne family over the years in this Weber red. I've got a lot of confidence in Carter's ability to put that play behind him and come out and play well in the second half. I expect to see a different-looking Carter Payne.
They're going to need him to, right? I mean, you come back from 4 touchdowns, you've got to have your signal caller dialed in, and he's made some good throws, right? It's just been getting it meshed as they'll run here with Parker, able to run right past one Fremont defender, and that's been the guy, Dyson Parker. He's had a statement kind of night, picking up 9 on that run.
Yeah, there was the shifty again from Dyson Parker as he picks up 9 on that play. I love it. Look, you're down by 28. You're going to feel that temptation to like, we got to catch up right now. We got to get all 28 of these points back. No, this is Weber. You got a 1,600-yard rusher. Continue to feed him the ball.
Second and short here. They'll run it. Parker looking near side, trying to find a little seam. He's got the first down. That's one of the things, I know a lot of people love that pistol formation. I feel like it's so difficult to run out of because you're starting 8 yards back, and when you're going to run,
you're running off tackle. I mean, that's hard.
You give so much time for that defense to get in position. Impressive job by Parker, able to still get 4 yards on that run.
One thing that stood out to me on that play is you had Carter Payne killing the play at the line of scrimmage. You don't see a lot of sophomore quarterbacks get 2 plays called to them and then go make a read.
You mentioned it. They have a lot of trust in that young man, and realize this night going to be an opportunity for him to learn, but that one thrown right in between a couple of targets.
Yeah, just a couple of sophomores in Payne and DeVries, a little bit off, not on the same page on that one. I don't know if Payne just maybe missed through that or if the route was, maybe a yard too shallow, but just 2 guys not on the same page.
Second down here for Weber.
It's a big second down. I think Weber's got to get 4 or 5.
This is a possession they have to score on. They'll come near side. Caught there by Dean. Dean with a couple misses. Takes it to the 37. Not a bad gain, about 5.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they needed here because this is going to be clear 4-down territory for Weber. This gives them an ability to really go to whatever they want. They can go to Dyson Parker in the run game. They're going to have 2 shots at a first down.
And I like getting that ball out quickly, right?
Yeah,
I think that for what we've seen tonight with Payne is sometimes those longer throws, play setup, it hasn't been as quick there, but you get that ball out quickly. We've seen good things. That ball fumbled. And it looked like Parker able to get back on it, but there is a flag here on the play. Now I guess this might be coming back.
Yeah, flag came in from the side judge. Different look for that Weber offense.
Yeah.
Payne under center with the quick pitch out.
Quick to it, yeah.
See what the call is.
I think a block in the back here. Maybe a hold, actually.
It's like a hold.
Holding on the offense.
And that's going to make this 3rd and 14. And that's, we just praised Brock Dean and the offense for getting into that 3rd and manageable day. You're going to have 2 shots. Look, 3rd and 15. This is long now.
It's tough.
And you're back at midfield.
And it's the same problem we talked about in the first half, right? You get a couple plays and then you stub your toe, right? A couple plays, kick yourself in the shin, right? Like there's just those plays where building on it has just not been there tonight for Weber. 3rd and extremely long. Payne looking, has a man. Parker, what a snag. Able to pull that out of midair. Impressive catch there for Dyson, but he will be short.
Great catch by Dyson Parker. The concentration to go up and get that with his hands, pull that down, and a good ball on the run from Carter Payne. That was the same kind of play where he's made some bad decisions. Not right there. He delivers a dart.
4th and 3. Offense on the field here for Weber. They're going to go for it. Give to Parker. Good push up the middle by Fremont. Parker, boy, he is close. He might be just short. That was a great job by that defensive front of Fremont getting in the backfield to disrupt.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to the spot.
I think he's short. I think it's by about a half a yard. They've got it just inside the 34, and that stick is about midway between the 33 and 34. Yeah, they are short. It is Fremont football. I'm surprised they aren't measuring this.
Celesi Moa just went down. He was signaling over to his sideline, tried to get off, went down. He's holding his leg.
That is not what you want to see. We talked to that staff before the game. They said they really want to manage his minutes, his time on the field, and in the opener. Celesi Moa, they're going to come out and have a look. We'll step aside. We'll take a break here, as I think we'll have a measurement when we come back. All right, for those Fremont fans out there and Rocky Top Nation, Celesi Moa able to get up, and you never quite know because players can walk off, but he gave a good gesture like, hey, that's our football. It looked like he's not too distraught.
Got up and celebrated the 4th down stop after the measurement. He was down for a minute, but it looks like he's going to be okay over there on the sideline.
They were short by a good half yard, so Fremont will take over here. 7:50 to go in our 3rd quarter. They'll hand off. Good run here up the middle there by Hadley. pick up 6, maybe 7 yards.
Hadley all game long. It seems like every time he touches it, he picks up 6 yards. With Moa on the sideline, this is a different looking Fremont offense without him. You've got to track number 8 every single play. How do they respond without him on that offense?
You know, the thing for me is we knew Moa coming back in this offense would make it really tough, as Tua Tagovailoa will keep here. We'll be fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. But we knew they had other options coming back, including a guy like Parker. They can line up Hadley outside. The thing that I loved is penalty flag coming in here late, got into a little pushing match. But we've seen them try to get those kids down the field in particular. And I love the options of this offense, especially as they get more comfortable weeks 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a really difficult offense to defend in 5A.
I think so. You get Ethan Slade involved. You get Hadley involved. You're going to free things up for the best player on the field in Celeste Moa. If you got to force feed everything to Moa, then defenses can adjust no matter how good a player is. So guys like Slade, it's going to be critical. Now this is a personal foul here on Fremont, some extracurriculars after the whistle. Really a lot of frustration on that Fremont offensive line because number 44, Lincoln Henry, last couple of plays, he has been in the backfield, linebacker making plays. He's the one who breaks that play up and gets Tua Tagovailoa down for the tackle for loss. There's a lot of frustration there from the Fremont offensive line.
You know, a lot of extracurriculars you get a letter for, but you don't get one for that.
Not this one.
Not that one.
Not this one. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Different kind of letter later on.
Different kind of letter. There you go. 3rd and long here for Fremont. Tua Tagovailoa will keep. He'll pull. And look out. First down. Oh, boy. First down there for Fremont. That's one where it's like you hope he gets up. Dean Hall with the reception and a big run after the catch for the first down.
Dean Hall, he's been wanting to call his number all game long. You see him here. He takes that little swing pass. Big man at the tight end spot.
Just
that
first down. Oh,
I was so nervous about that
there.
landing. It's good to see him get up.
Absolutely. Speaking of good to see him back up, Celeste Moa is back in the game.
They'll hand off. Hadley making men miss. He'll pick up 9.
Continue to just be impressed. Every time he touches the ball, Cade Hadley goes for 6 or more.
Second and short here. As we've reached the midpoint of our 3rd quarter.
This is I don't know, the game position at 28-0. Maybe you don't take a shot, but 2nd and short here for midfield. It's set up to take a shot here for Fremont.
It is. They're bunched near side, Moa to the top. I think it's very set up to take a shot if they want it. Tua Tagovailoa going to keep it here, and he will be, I think he's, near side has him just short. I think he'll get the spot. Yes, he will. It'll be 3rd and short here.
Looked like a broken play. Great job by Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know if that was a run play or somebody went the wrong direction, but something looked off. Tua Tagovailoa recovers, shows poise, picks up not quite a first down.
They need a half yard. Oh, first down. Nice run. This is not the guy we've called all game. It's Taylor Graham instead, the senior, able to surge ahead. Gain there of 15 and a first down.
Well, when we look at the replay here, there's so many guys to key on, and then it's Taylor, number 14, who gets the carry.
Nice run.
He has not been Hadley. He's not been the guy we've seen all night.
And we've got an injured player here for Weber. Injury time out as we'll step aside. Fremont driving here with a 28-0 lead. Welcome back. Your injured player for Weber was Reese Cantwell, the junior tight end. He'll work his way to the sideline. Hope he'll be okay. Big target for this Weber offense. Obviously a contributor on the defensive end as well. First down for Fremont. Tua Tagovailoa going to keep it. He's got a block route in front. Big block put on by, I think that was his left guard. His big number 66, Cooper Allen, was running down the field, escorting his quarterback to a first down.
Man, Tua Tagovailoa, he runs with some swagger. We check the replay here. He pulls the option.
Tua Tagovailoa going to keep it. He's got a block route in front. Big block put on by, I think that was his left guard.
you could see his confidence growing.
Yeah.
I mean, as this game goes on, he's playing with more and more confidence and swagger every single snap.
Well, and you mentioned it. Hey, look, guys, we're in a favorable situation. We can just run the ball. We can kind of do what we want to do. And I was wrong. 66, he's lining up at right tackle here. So we talk about how active they've been with their linemen, pulling, getting out. This is an athletic group up front for Fremont. First down. And they will stay on the ground as this carry here by Mann, able to pick up about 6.
You know, Tristan Mann has quietly put together a really nice game, but excuse me, it looks like that
42.
one was Chase Blanche on the carry.
Sorry about that, Chase. I thought I saw 12. My bad. I actually see Fremont here putting some depth on the field.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's a different looking offense.
Yes, it is. I kind of like it. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. Second and short. This will be kept by Tua Tagovailoa inside the 5. That'll be enough for a first down. But, you know, we talk about this team as we've got a Warrior down here. Came bursting through. They're on the pressure package. We'll take another injury. We've got an injured player here, but we're going to hang out here for just a moment. We talk about Fremont. Again, this was a 6A team, been in Region 1 the last several years, but this year now dropping down to 5A with Westfield coming on, took numbers out of Fremont, really, you know, their athletic program.
Yeah.
You just split schools, you have less kids, right? So coming down to 5A, that depth, I think, is going to be a big test for them. It's always hard when you've got a brand new school and brand new facilities and all the lure of that to keep kids and to have the depth that you're used to having. I actually kind of like it in a game you feel comfortable in. Hey, let's get some backups in there. Let's get them some experience, and let's protect our starters for a big game next week against another rival.
Yeah, I think that's going to be important for Fremont. It's one of those things we see it at the college level, you know, in a more public manner with the transfer portal and things like that. Look, because schools change and boundaries change, regions change, guys move around a little bit more than they used to. It is what it is. One way to keep your guys there is to consistently give them playing time. Guys aren't going to leave programs that they're consistently playing in more often than not. So if you can work ways in to get your 2s, 3s, and 4s into games, into varsity moments, that's going to help your program next year and in the future beyond just experience. It's going to help retention.
First and goal here for Fremont. Tua Tagovailoa will hand off. Nice run. Blanche in the end zone. Touchdown, Fremont.
Blanche running with some burst. He's listed on Fremont's roster at 5'5", and that slow center of gravity makes him tough to see, makes him tough to bring down. He runs hard. What an impressive run. Let's take a look here at the replay of Blanche's touchdown run, and you can see he gets that ball, and he is like shot out of a cannon into the end zone.
Nice run. Blanche in the end zone. Touch.
Point after here for Fremont. Up and just good. Line drive, but it's through. 35-0. The lead here for the Silverwolves. Take a moment. We want to thank our sponsors. You know, one of the things I alluded to earlier, I don't know what it is about Fremont High School. I love Fremont. I love Weber too, but whenever I do a Fremont game, I just can't get a read right. Okay. You know, I stumbled over the first one. There's this weird feature on an iPhone. If you swipe up on a photo, for some reason it tells you like lens information. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to see a picture. Anyway, we're going to get this one right. We want to thank Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account, with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank, member FDIC. Want to thank Tab Bank and welcome Tab Bank to the Rewind family. We want to thank them for their sponsorship of KSL Sports Rewind all year long here on KSLSports.com.
That checking account, I mean, tabbank.com, check it out. You're getting interest, you're not paying any fees, and you're getting cash back on debit card transactions. If you're a checking account user, there's no reason not to.
It's a win.
It's a win.
It's
a win-win. A win-win, win. Pam taught me that one.
I like it. I know that reference. The Office.
See, that's where our generations overlap.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like every generation needs to overlap on The Office.
Yeah.
It's just that good.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So 3:45 to go here, 35-0. You'll see that clock run a lot more here. As Weber will come out starting after the touchback on their own 20.
I want to see this Weber offense find some momentum, stack 3 or 4 positive plays together. They've had 1 or 2 positive plays, and then that's when they stub their toe.
Motion here, a little deception. They'll throw back screen and not much there, maybe a gain of 2.
Really well defended. You saw Jack Masters on that one. Haven't talked a whole lot about him. He's a big part of this Fremont defense, big defensive end. He gets into the backfield. I think he led the team in sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken. Big part of what they're going to do defensively up front, especially Jack Masters.
Yeah, I feel like that's really, with these 2 programs, I feel like that's the area that maybe these 2 coaching staffs are still learning what they have on the defensive sides. And I think Fremont has looked, pretty organized defensively tonight, but, opportunities for some young men to step up, have some big years, make some impact plays on the defensive side as they'll go motion here. Speaking of Weber, once again, pre-snap is over the middle. That nearly intercepted, bouncing around, incomplete. Nearly picked off there by Riker Shepard.
And, that ball bounced around between 2 or 3 sets of hands. Ends up falling harmlessly to the turf. Big break for Carter Payne.
That went a little Plinko style.
It did go a little
kind
Plinko
of
style.
bounced between and around.
We're finding references
We're
that
getting
work
there,
for both
Jeff.
of us.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to figure this out. By week 10, we'll be the same age.
I feel bad for you. Your back's going to feel awful. 3rd and 8. Payne buying time over the middle. That is intercepted. Picked off by Burton. Second interception of the night.
And just another one of those situations that as a young quarterback, you're going to learn that sometimes the best thing to do is to throw it away and live to see another play. But you want to make things happen. You want to get your team back into this game. Ultimately, Carter Payne puts that one in the wrong spot. And Burton comes up with a big interception.
And it'll be another short field here for Fremont. Boy, they've had a number of these tonight. I don't know. It feels like maybe 4 or 5 possessions have been on the plus side of the 50 for Fremont.
Seems like it. It looks like we're going to see a new quarterback for Fremont. As again, we mentioned, they tap into that depth. Now they're doing so at the quarterback spot.
As they'll hand off here, looking left side. Nice run here by Graham. As that new quarterback is Calvin Cooper, the 5'11 junior. Now in to take snaps here for Fremont. We got another Weber player down here. Looks like
maybe a cramp.
Yeah.
Dan, it's never going to be a broadcast without me talking about some local eateries.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Those are important things. Now, there's no free shout-outs on this show.
No, you got to earn it.
But we're gonna give a little bit of a free shout-out.
You can earn it with good food, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's earned.
There's a little place just down the hill here from Weber.
Yeah.
The Slop Shop. Sounds gross. But the Slop Shop, it's a breakfast joint, Dan. Used to be a food truck. I think they probably still have a food truck. I've been there. It's delicious. I had to write down off of the menu exactly what the breakfast fries have because it's fantastic.
Breakfast fries?
Yes, breakfast
that sounds
fries.
Great.
Crispy fries, country gravy, bacon, sausage, and eggs. It's phenomenal. It's as good as it sounds. They also have some breakfast tacos, crispy tacos. This isn't like wrapped up in a waffle or something weird. This is a crispy taco, bacon, eggs, sausage, whatever you want on the inside. It's fantastic. They're not a sponsor. They're just really good
I
at
wish
what
I
they
would have
do.
known this. I went to a different local spot up here. I was driving and I saw this place on the side of the road and I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. It's called like Costa Vida or something like that.
One of those real local establishments.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It was. They're cookies, by the way.
Well,
yeah, I say don't get them because once you do, you'll have to get it every time. It's that kind of a thing. So.
But no, the Slop Shop. So next
I'll
time
have to
we're
give
here
that
in
a
the
try.
morning.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they do dinner. I don't think they do. I think it's a
Okay.
breakfast and brunch type establishment. Just down the hill. I don't know. Is it Pleasant View? Is it North Ogden? I don't know what's where.
I think
up
it's
here,
Pleasant
but
View.
It's one of those.
Yeah. That sounds great. I'm not going to lie.
It's
I'm a big
fantastic.
breakfast guy.
Yeah.
I can't eat it because when I eat too much, and it just doesn't.
Well, these guys won't do you any favors there. They will give you too much.
I figure.
You don't get to throw the word shop into your restaurant or slop shop. You can't do that and not
You
give
have to
too
have
much.
healthy portion size.
Yeah.
So Weaver player
no
able
free
to.
shout-outs.
Yeah, Weaver player able to get off on his own accord. That was good to see. Is we've got maybe too many men here.
Some movement, maybe.
Oh, you're right.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty will be first and 15 for Fremont.
New quarterback, new cadence, new voice back there. Little pre-snap motion.
We got to reset our clock, which is harder to do now that the sun's gone down. Oh, how about that? What a running play there for Fremont as it's Taylor Grand, the senior, from 16 yards out.
Man, Taylor Graham, he showed some burst on that run. Flies through the line of scrimmage.
41-0 Fremont. And how about this? This is what shocks me. They only have one passing touchdown, Jeff.
Yeah, it's been this running game
Yeah,
that has
it's
been
been
phenomenal. This
just-
offensive line.
Point after here, up and good. 42-0. All Fremont here in week one. Jeff, I don't know anyone who thought this game was going to go this way. Everyone asks me, what game you doing this week? We tell them that's a good game. Yeah, I think so too. It has just been a heck of a performance from the Silverwolves.
Yeah, the Fremont Silverwolves from the opening kick of the game, they kick it into no man's land, come up with that long onside kick, very quickly
set a tone
score.
early.
It did.
Right?
And it was exactly what Coach Tua Tagovailoa wanted to do. I mean, he emphasized it to us multiple times when we talked to him in the pregame. I want to start fast. I want to start fast. They did, and they just have not taken their foot off the gas in the slightest.
It's like Ricky Bobby.
Just like
I want to
Ricky
go
Bobby.
fast.
We're figuring this reference thing
We're
out.
getting there.
Yeah.
It may not be a show about aliens in eastern Utah, but it's close.
Not yet.
We're run there for a pickup of just a yard by Parker.
With the running clock, Fremont,
Could be the last
Weaver
play.
could take this
The
into the
third.
quarter. Oh, looks like an injury.
This is the tough thing about week one is
It's tough.
you've been in camps, you've been in practice, but to go out and play, it's a different level. And
Well, and especially starting a rivalry game, too, where there's that extra layer of intensity no matter what week of the year it's played. Yeah, that's tough. You're going to see cramps. You're going to see some of those things because you're giving more than you have all training camp.
of course, want to remind you, KSLSports.com, we've got live streams for you every week. We'll have a game of the week every week. Jeff and I will go out, try to find the best game that we want to cover. And then we've got a bunch of schools, a bunch of other streams you can watch on KSLSports.com. There's no better place to watch your favorite high school football team than right here on KSLSports.com. Clock down to 5 here in the third. Weaver looking like they may run one more play. They will. Quick throw, that caught Parker, turning back to the middle. And able to bounce off a couple tacklers ahead for the first, and that will do it. 3 quarters in the books. Fremont continuing their impressive start here in week one. 42-0, as we'll come back with the fourth quarter after this. Weaver looking deep, no go. You know it's a rivalry when you're down 42-0 and cheering overrated.
I appreciate it, though. Don't just because you lose, don't let up. You don't have to like somebody just because they beat you.
Is that saying you expect them to beat you by more?
Well, I don't know what it says, really.
Okay.
And I don't know that anybody does, and that's okay. It says rivalry. That's what it says.
That's what it says. I mean, in fairness, there was a police officer down there with a sign that said "cheer or go to jail." So they're just trying to go home tonight.
They just want to survive.
A nice little run here by Weavers. That was Wyatt Nielsen, the junior, with a nice run, picking up 16 there.
Yeah,
There was a police officer down there with a sign that said cheer or go to jail. So they're just trying to go home tonight.
Shows
You
the
know,
balance.
they just want to survive.
Really well done
Nice
by
little
Wyatt
run
Nielsen.
here by Weber's.
Now Weber's been here a few times tonight, Dane, where they've had a big play, they get about to midfield.
Yep.
Let's stack some plays,
Yep.
Warriors.
Get some small wins, right, in the course of a drive, a possession. First down, they'll hand off. They'll go right back. Nielsen trying that right side. Wyatt able to pick up about 6 yards there on that carry.
You know, you look at takeaways that Weber can take and build on for next week. This running game has been strong. The offensive line, they've played well, and they've been able to move the ball with Dyson Parker and Nelson and some of these guys on the ground.
They'll play action. That's a nice throw. Gives his man a nice run and start there. Is Brock Dean able to pick up the first and more. And that's the thing that I think, for me, when I think about this Weber offense, it feels like they've called passing plays, but it maybe hasn't been off of the run game as much.
Right.
And so they haven't been able to take advantage of some of that they've maybe set up. And I think that you're starting to see some simplification in the passing game here in the second half.
Yeah, starting to see some plays that make it easy for Carter
Yeah.
Payne. Short completions. Build that confidence up. By the way, I really appreciate the way Brock Dean wears the green cleats so that I know that he's fast.
That makes it a lot easier,
Because
doesn't
he
it?
is fast, and now I don't have to even think about it. I see those cleats, I know.
They'll stay on the ground. Nielsen able to get through the line of scrimmage. They got some guys who run hard, Jeff.
They do, and that offensive line, they're big, and they're getting guys in the right spot. They're creating running lanes. Again, that's something you can build on going into next week. You're going to need that against a Brighton defense.
Brighton team, we mentioned they're going to be angry. Can't be happy with their performance. Did not expect that either last night. They fall down to Davis, 56-21, I think it was.
Yep.
The game was, 42-0 at half. I mean, just crazy game. As flag coming in here. Weber looking deep, and that incomplete.
I think we'll get an offsides here. Carter Payne saw the flag and took a shot at the end zone. I mean, and looking ahead to next week, we might have ourselves a shootout with Fremont and Davis.
Yes, we might.
Two teams, they're leaving two angry teams behind, but those two teams are going to be full of confidence going in.
That one may come down to who's going to be more focused at the start of the game, right? And they both started incredibly hot in week one.
Was not an offsides.
They'll throw out that one incomplete.
Was on Weber, moved them back 5 yards. Now it'll be 2nd and 15. So it's been the running game that's been going, and really, if you're new to high school football right now with the running clock, you still can go to the running game. You don't have to worry about that because the clock's running no matter what you're playing. So Weber still has their full playbook available to them.
Near side, that ball kind of tucked now. He'll get ready to throw, looking end zone. Just incomplete, and a flag coming in on the play.
Great job by Payne to extend the play, get to the outside, and Brock Dean does a good job following his quarterback rather. Once he sees that play break down, sticks his hand up in the air. Payne gives him a shot, and he's going to get the flag here. Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Pass interference on the defense.
The deliberation process threw me a little bit. That seemed like we all knew the call.
One of the storylines interesting, we mentioned Weber in this Region 1, preseason pick number 3. Davis number 1. You remember who 2 was?
Syracuse.
Beating Woods Cross tonight.
Yeah.
30-24 that game in the second half. That Syracuse team, I know you had high expectations for Syracuse.
There's a lot of people out there at Syracuse that have
there
some
are.
high expectations.
Yeah.
That's a team that they build themselves on defense, but there's confidence in the offense. And to put 30 points up against Woods Cross tonight, obviously we're looking at box scores.
Yeah.
Maybe those were, 4 defensive touchdowns for all I know. But that seems like positive momentum for a Syracuse offense.
For a Syracuse program that it's been a couple years, right? And I've had some coaching changes there. We'll see how they're able to do in this Region 1. Should be competitive at the top. Is a nice run here. More daylight into the end zone. Touchdown, Weber, as it is Wyatt Nielsen with the 15-yard touchdown run, the first of the season for the Warriors.
Now, good run for Wyatt Nielsen, and good for Weber to get on the board. You take a look at what he did and how this happened. Once again, that offensive line winning their assignments in their one-on-one battles. All Nielsen had to do was follow those gaps and make something happen.
Point after try here for the Warriors, and talk about building momentum, getting positive plays, building confidence through a drive. They do it right there as Weber on the board here in the fourth quarter. Point after good.
For what it's worth, 7-0 Weber since the overrated chance.
That's a great point.
So, I don't know that it didn't work.
That's the only logical conclusion you can come to,
Yeah, you
right?
can't tell me that it didn't work. Can't prove it wrong.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Must be right.
7:50 to go here.
I am excited for that Davis and Fremont game next week.
Be really interesting.
I was excited no matter what, but week one's a wild card week. And Coach Peary talked about that yesterday, that it is, you have months to prepare, and nobody really knows what you're preparing for. How do those two teams, now that there's a game of film, the trick plays are there, Davis is going to be able to say, hey, look, Celeste Moa might throw the ball, let's be prepared. Hey, look, line up on your kick coverage. How does everybody adjust now that the tape is out?
Yeah. Well, and I think the other thing, too, is, I was so interested to see how Tua Tagovailoa looked tonight. He looked really good. We know Bessinger. We've seen him for years, right? Multi-year starter. We saw Tua Tagovailoa last year. I was curious, his maturation in this offense. He has matured. Is this one of the end zone touchback there? I just think that's going to be strength on strength, right? And I think that Fremont has looked better up front than I thought. Davis looked better up front than we thought. I think those are going to be two real interesting teams to go to battle. That one may very well come down to turnovers.
It might. Yeah.
And both these, Davis created turnovers last night. Fremont's created turnovers tonight. That may come down to the defense who gets, a stop.
Yeah. Well, I think it will come down. Look, we'll talk all week long about Bodie Sparrow and Bessinger versus Moa and Tua Tagovailoa. It's going to come down to the Slades, to the Jackson Itaheaus. It's those players that maybe don't command the headlines, don't have the recruiting stars. That's where the game's going to be told.
High snap, able to be corralled, but could not get a play organized. Big loss there on the play for the Silverwolves. That time you even see Weber up front. There's a jump in there, Step. It's amazing the confidence. Even just it's 42-7, right? But you get in the end zone and now, okay, let's go, guys.
You don't need a ton. Just a little jolt of, hey, guys, we can do what we've thought we can do all
summer long. And so many miscues early in this game that really just kind of change the tempo, make it hard to want to lock in, dial in. But you see this Weber team flying around a little bit. I think you're going to see a different Weber team next week.
I think so, too. I think that, look, we've seen this Weber coaching staff. It's remained intact for a really, really long time. Their calling card is discipline and execution. There's just too many good coaches and too much talent on this roster to make those kinds of mistakes 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I'll tell you this, too. I'm down on the field watching pre-games. Coach Cannon is right in the middle as this one dropped, able to be picked back up. Boy, that's a heck of a job making something out of that. That looked like it was going to be a loss. So it's a really good job there by Cooper. But Coach Cannon's in the middle of everything, and it's like the team would break, and he's right back there. Like there's a real bond that you can see between this staff and this team. And again, I think you'll see them respond well. I think you'll see this coaching staff help get them kind of reorganized. And we've got an injured Fremont player here, and this is the aforementioned Cooper Allen, a senior lineman who's been very active tonight for this Fremont team up front, down here being looked at. We're going to step aside, injury timeout. We'll be back 6 minutes to go here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
Allen was okay. He bounced up quickly. 4th down here for Fremont as they will punt. That might have touched player down to the 47.
I thought so too. I think you and I might have been the only two that thought so. Nobody seemed to react.
There's
but
no
it
marker,
sure looked
so
like
yeah, it did. It did.
But I felt a little jump when I saw it. I thought, nothing. Just a nothing. Just a false start.
Usually you get penalized for that sort of a thing.
Yeah. Usually I do too.
Out comes Weber again, and getting a chance for them to kind of build on some of that confidence.
Look, and that's what this is going to be, right? You want to find the wins, find the things you can take into another tough game against Brighton next week.
I think the other thing, too, is that you have your starters coming out of camp, but sometimes you get in a game and that may shift. And nice catch made there. Good run after the catch. Down the sidelines. Here's some speed as it's Josh Hamblin. Man, we talked about earlier, the staff was super excited for his impact. His first big play of the night.
A huge play. He bobbled that catch. Yeah. Nearly lost it, remains composed, pulls it in, and then he gets shot out of a cannon up the sideline. Big play. Again, stacking good plays. Build confidence. What can you bring with you next week? That's the kind of play that they can bring with them.
And you talk about depth, right? He may not be depth, but he's guys that are not on your radars, but boy, he will be soon when you see a play like that. 1st down, they'll run. Nielsen to the line, picking up about 4.
Nielsen's been really good. I mean, for all of the praise that Dyson Parker obviously deserves, Wyatt Nielsen stepped in at running back and played really well.
It's a nice 1-2 punch right now, right?
You got to feel good about that if you're a Weber fan.
I think the other thing, too, is that, maybe do you look at lining guys up a little bit differently? Maybe put Nielsen in the backfield, Parker out on a route, right? I mean, you can mix some things up here to give some different looks.
We saw that wildcat earlier.
Here's Day into the end zone. Touchdown, Weber. Back-to-back scores from the Warriors. This is what we expected to see tonight.
Yeah, great to see. That's going to go down as it looked like a pass.
There is a flag here. So this one may be premature.
Oh, looks like a hold.
Holding on the Warriors. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Back at 10 yards from the 5-yard line.
Now see, this one I don't understand. The overrated chant up there. The I believe. 42-7
All
with 6
you need
minutes.
is just a touchdown a minute for, on a running clock.
I guess it's not impossible. You're right.
And now it's more than that. With that coming off the board, they'll look end zone. That's overthrown.
Gal, you can just see, Dane, that this Payne and DeVries connection. I mean, these two, they play a lot of football together. They're trying to find each other all night long. They're both sophomores. I mean, they are going to grow. They're going to get better together. That's going to be a duo that we talk about for the next several years.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be one where this program is going to look really good when that connection gets seamless, and it'll happen. Oh, open in the corner, just missed him. Had an opportunity there for Dean. They could not connect, and now it's a 4th down.
Number 60 for Fremont. And I don't have a name for number 60, but he gets in, and he gets just into the backfield enough to throw off the timing for Payne, and he overthrows that ball.
Jenkins in to attempt a 31-yard field goal.
I don't know why. We've been stopping the clock here the last little bit, and I'm like, it's 35. Maybe I'm out of date. This point, or this field goal up, and that is good.
31-yard field goal is good. With 3:35 left in the fourth, Fremont 42, Weber 10.
Able to get some points out of that one. And it is, that's 10. We failed to put on the, when I took the touchdown off, I took too many off. You've missed some replays, I've missed some scoreboards. It's week 1, Jeff.
Yeah, week one jitters. There's no more important time to improve than between week 1 and week 2. And I think you'll improve.
I doubt it. This is about the best I can do, Jeff.
I think you're going to improve. I don't know how much improvement I got in the tank. This might have been my A game today, and it wasn't bad. I got an okay A game. Not great.
Well, welcome to the Not Great A Game Club. It's great to have you. We were here to kick off.
Now, for me, the uneducated Dane, does that field goal take the running clock away?
I think it's 17 is when that running clock goes bye-bye.
Not 35. 35 starts it, 17 stops it.
That's the last I knew. Oh, now I'm being told 21.
21 stops it. Okay.
Clearly I'm out of date with the rule book.
Week 1 jitters. We are.
I mean, this whole throw the ball down the field, I'm like, what is that?
I mean, why are we not running the wing T? I'm a little perplexed.
Well, there are some coaches who would ask that question.
There are still some coaches who run the wing T as well. Maybe it's making a comeback.
Yeah. So this one being backed up here out of flag is taking it back here to, no, they just waved that off, my bad.
Fremont starts first and 10 around 8-yard line.
Fremont backed up here. Throw there, not much room to go as Weber again able to get in the backfield.
Yeah, another play where that defensive line for Weber, good penetration. This is the kind of performance we expected to see from them throughout the game. Second half, they've played a lot better.
This time they will throw it out. Nice job taking advantage of that block. There's a flag coming in here behind the play, as it was Taylor Graham with the reception, but this one going to come back.
I think it's time. We haven't had any helmet talk today, Dane, and that's something we like to do. I don't think this is the first year of the Fremont F. I think they've had it for a couple of years.
I think they brought it last year.
I miss the Wolf. I like the F. I think it looks good. But that's Silverwolf. I loved it.
You know what my favorite Fremont helmet has been?
The script?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was great. And you know, as a fan of like the old Big Sky and Big West, that's what Nevada did.
Right.
I didn't like it on Nevada.
Well,
but I loved it on Fremont.
Yeah, they've had some good ones. I like the F. I think it's fine.
It looks like the Florida throwback F to me. You've seen those, right?
I have seen those. Another flag down here.
Well, there's 2 flags. That's a great play, again, by Graham, but it's going to be for naught. Multiple flags here. These last several plays for Fremont have not helped their cause as we approach the 2-minute mark.
And you know me, I'm not normally a red guy.
Yeah.
But this
a good
Weber
look.
setup looks great.
It's a good look.
Yeah, it looks really good. No notes. I mean, I think it looks great. This is as good as I have seen Weber look. I think it looks fantastic.
You know, one of the things I really love, and both these two teams have it, I love the name on the chest, right? Like, I love that. Again, I'm older than you, but football when I was young, it was like everybody had the name of the old Colorado uniforms, right? Like everyone just had, boom, you knew who they were. I love that.
Yeah.
But I'm an old soul, Jeff.
Both of these teams, and maybe we are, but age comes back or something because it's trending again. Here we are, 2 teams with the name on the chest.
Second down run. Graham up the middle, able to take it up to the 19, gain of 5, maybe 6.
But they do look good. The black letters, the white piping really sets it apart. Makes it easy for us up here.
We get a timeout here taken by Weber. Timeout Warriors will be back here in the fourth quarter in KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.